Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing and the Death Race. Today we've got Group 5, followed by the quarterfinal wildcard Thunderdome. Kicking off Group 5, it's Kay from Arlo Racing in her Audi R8 Spider. She followed up a second place first round with 15 points in round 2, then topped the car Numbskull just sent to the semifinals in round 3. Representing the last of the Funky Mother Chicken Clan, Ironheart 54 is in a Count Muscula, a car that will be featured prominently in the Final Fantasy Fracas starting in January. Iron won his group in each of the first 2 rounds, then took second behind now eliminated Crystal ZD in round 3. The last remaining driver from Big Al's Diecast, The Feels, is driving a zombie apocalypse-ready Dodge van. The Feels put up 14 in round 1, won again in round 2, and defeated Ladyface in a second-place runoff in round 3. Lastly, it's Bam Bam from Rust Belt Diecast. Probably the most successful of any Beltolota here at the Triangle, Double B is undefeated after 3 rounds, racking up 6 lap victories. Kay and Ironheart start up front, The Feels and Bam Bam in the back. They're close, but Iron gets a nose ahead and takes the lead. They're single file as Kay challenges in turn 3 but can't get it done. The Feels now all over Kay. She throws a block, and they slam into the funnel, and it looks like Kay will get the last laugh as her front end is just across the line. I'm not entirely sure what happened to Bam Bam, but he's on his roof over in turn 4. Ironheart 54 with a good initial start gets in front early, but his choice to go high in turn 3 allowed Kay a chance to dive inside. She just didn't quite have enough car to make the pass. Kay loses so much momentum in the attempt that Feels is able to catch her in the triangle, and if not for Kay's desperate block on the final straight, he probably would have claimed second. The pesky finish funnel had something to say about that, however. A double DNF for the trucks here on lap 1. The Feels assumes the lap 2 pole with Kay on the outside. I think they're even, but I can't see past the inside lane of trucks. The Feels briefly up on 2 wheels, ooh, and he rolls off the track. Bam Bam with all kinds of trouble in the back, and this is literally a 2-car race. Breaking free, Kay leads them to the finish, and she'll take the win, swapping final positions from lap 1 with Iron. The Feels actually pops a side wheelie in turn 1, then somehow gets manhandled by Kay's Spider and dives off the inside of the track. Iron does something similar to Bam Bam, who doesn't test the sub-track safety surface himself, but he does get stuck on the wall. Things not looking good for the Bash Brothers. They need to get those trucks in gear ASAP. Lap 3 puts Bam Bam in the Feels up front, and they're going to need to work together somehow. Bam Bam gets a good jump, but the Feels stays right with him. Iron tries to push Bam Bam out of the way, but it doesn't work, and the trucks lead as they get single file. Bam Bam wrecks in the final turn, and it's absolute chaos as they come to the line. The Feels wins. Bam Bam amazingly takes second on his side, and Kay squeezes past Iron for third. And that, folks, is why we have the wide coroplast final straight. No chaos, no fun. Bam Bam absolutely owned lap 3, but as I think happened earlier in the tournament, he gets going too fast and rolls in the final turn. Luckily for him, he was at such a high speed his momentum plus the other cars is more than enough to shove him down the track as they spin, beat and bang all the way to the funnel. Kay takes a 2-point lead due to Ironheart's DNF, and the trucks are still in this, albeit they're a long shot. Ironheart will defend his second place position from the pole, while Bam Bam and the Feels share the outside lane. Bam Bam with another good jump off the line, and he slides awkwardly out front, and he dives off the track. Iron spins and collects the Feels. The Feels needs a miracle now as they come to the final straight, but it's not going to happen. Lap 4 is Iron, Feels, and Kay. I guess it's sort of appropriate this is how Rust Belt's tournament comes to an end. Surprisingly, Bam Bam beats Iron in the drag race, but cuts down too soon and snags the wall, riding it all the way around turn 2 and off the track. Iron's win ties him up with Kay for the win, but only one driver can win the group, so you know what that means. Iron's 2-lap victories puts him on the inside lane first, and the loser will head over to the wildcard event. Kay very quickly pulls ahead and Iron spins. This first lap is already over. Kay takes lap 1 and moves to the inside lane, one victory away from the semis. Iron a little faster this time, but Kay still gains the lead. Ironheart wrecks on the overpass, handing Kay the victory. We'll see her in the semifinals. Tough break for Iron, but he won't have to go far. Welcome to another edition of Thunderdome! And now, introducing the quarterfinal wildcard drivers. Getting right back on the track, it's Ironheart 54 from Funky Mother Chicken Racing in his Count Muscula. Next, it's Speedy G from G4 Diecast Racing in his Mustang Boss 302. Brutal from Filipiak Performance Diecast in a Lethal Diesel. Linkster from De Gold Dragon Racing in a Lancer Evolution. And Numbskull from Numbskull Racing driving his Muscle End Blown. 5 laps with 5 second-place drivers, all of whom would have advanced in previous rounds, but today only the top 3 will advance to the semis. Speedy G pulls ahead on the outside and he jumps way out front. Uh-oh, Iron's up on the wall, but he looks like he recovers. They come to the final straight, and it's Speedy, Iron, ooh, Brutal is third, Linkster fourth, and the traffic jam in the tunnel means Numbskull will take an unfortunate DNF on lap 1. For 5 cars, that was pretty smooth. Ludicrous speed, go! Since there's 5 cars, it'll be a 5-4-3-2-1 point spread with 0 for a DNF. They all rotate and Numbskull starts on the pole for lap 2. Numbskull gets a boost at the bottom of the hill and slides into the lead, but Speedy challenges. Numbskull gets separation, and Iron gets inside Speedy. Numbskull spins wildly. Iron is second, Speedy third, Linkster fourth, and Brutal fifth. That's 2 consecutive relatively clean laps for the extra-large field. Ironheart appeared to get the better jump off the line, but Numbskull gets on the gas as they approach turn 1. He doesn't handle the exit well, allowing Speedy to nearly make an inside pass in turn 2. Speedy gets a little loose, allowing Numbskull to pull away while opening the door for Ironheart to overtake as they enter the triangle. After 2, Iron and Speedy are tied at the top with 8, Brutal and Linkster have 4, and Numbskull is back in the hunt. Linkster and Numbskull on the front row, Iron and Speedy in the middle. The outside lane a tad ahead, ooh, and Numbskull pushes Linkster into the wall. He spins around and drops to the back, but everyone's still on the track. Numbskull's gonna run away with lap 3. Speedy second, Iron third. Here comes Brutal for 4th. And Linkster appears to have come off the track near turn 3, narrowly avoiding a long fall. Numbskull aggressively tries to take out Linkster, and you know what? I totally get where he's coming from. Link goes vertical in turn 3, and it looks like Brutal helps him over the side. Brutal and Linkster are in trouble with only 2 laps to go. The pair share the front row for lap 4, and one of them's gotta win this lap. The field stays close into 1. Brutal takes the lead as Link spins behind. Brutal rolls, and here comes Ironheart to take the lead. Linkster rolls in turn 4, and this may wrap things up. Ironheart coasts to the win as the field comes to a stop in the final turn for a quadruple DNF. The smooth running so far quickly devolves into chaos as Linkster spins entering turn 2, though the real trouble begins when Brutal inexplicably climbs the wall and rolls totally without interference. Iron gets clear, but once Linkster rolls, that kinda dooms Numbskull and Speedy. Ironheart 54 and Speedy G lock up their spots in the semis while Linkster has been eliminated. The final lap only matters to Brutal and Numbskull, and they share the outside lane. Another even start, Speedy G spins out front and Numbskull passes Brutal. Numbskull drives off the overpass. Speedy is wrecked and gets clobbered right on his roof rockets. It's chaos as they come to the finish. Ooh, Linkster wins! Speedy is second, and I think Iron took third, but tragically, Brutal is denied the line and that 2 points he needed to tie Numbskull. Speedy's early spin holds up Brutal and allows Numbskull to gain position. Numbskull oversteers the high line of turn 3 and drives right into the safety barrier. Speedy rolls himself in turn 3, creating a chaotic mess, and I think Brutal's own spin dooms him as he allows Iron to get alongside at the worst possible moment. Ironheart 54, Speedy G, and Numbskull advance to the semis. Congratulations to K, Ironheart 54, Speedy G, and Numbskull. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to like and subscribe, and check in next time for more slightly above mediocre diecast racing and the 2 semi-final groups of the Death Race.